Okay, good morning, Coach Warta here. We're going to be vlogging today's practice a little bit for anyone who wants to be on the channel. They're going to talk about pet peeves in the lanes, and they're going to get a good taste of it during practice today. And after practice, they're going to tell me what was their biggest pet peeve in their lane. And then I'm going to tell them how to get around it and do a video on best practices for lane etiquette for those who are the biggest offenders. All right, hi everybody, Coach Warta back here. It's at night now, so I'm relaxing, and I figured I'd go back to the swim vlog from this morning and talking about lane etiquette. So a couple things that some of the swimmers voiced their opinion about, which I'll hit on right now, and then a few things that I see and that I've grown up seeing that really irritated me, or I did myself, and basically had to deal with someone like me. Or other people that are bothering you. Okay, so Mary Gray had a great one.
My pet peeve is when people don't spread out in the lanes that we have.
When you have lots of lanes and then everybody jumps and jumbles into like 3 lanes and nobody else spread out. Spread out, that's so weird. Like, I had to like tell everybody, so did Coach Ryan, like spread out. You should want to get to a lane where there's nobody in it. And branching off of that, I saw this morning, if there's 2 people on the lane and that's it, go 10 seconds apart. Because 5 seconds, which you guys aren't even doing that, you're like going 2 or 3 seconds apart. You're already drafting off the person going first. So I wish I had taken a video of that, but it was hysterical. I'm like, what is this, synchro swimming? Because you guys are literally like swimming behind the person in front of you and nobody else is in the lane. So I would suggest if there's, you know, very slim practice as far as people that are there's something else going on, talk to the lane next to you and be like, hey, look, let's go 10 back because we have plenty of room. And give the person in the front a break. You don't need to be on their feet already.
Yeah, my pet peeve is when people don't leave 5 seconds behind.
So Kate brought up a good one that apparently nobody knows how to read a clock or leave 5 seconds behind anybody. And I saw that today. Rarely people leave the allotted time behind somebody and you get right on someone's feet. And that's just really not fair. And then it goes into the fact that the person in front of you is dragging you along. So leave 5 seconds behind the person. Like if you're gonna get set and ready to go, get set at like 4 and then go, 3 and then get set and then go. Don't leave 2 seconds behind somebody. That's really obnoxious. Personally speaking, I think it is. And everybody sees you. It's like, don't do that. And again, if you have a slim amount of people in your lane, talk about going 10 back and see if the coach will let you do that. Give everybody some room to swim, please. Also, by the way, your times don't count either. Because if you're leaving 2 seconds behind the person in front of you and the coach calls your timeout, you might as well just add 3 seconds to it because you're cheating. Bless you, Jonas. Yeah, you're cheating.
My biggest pet peeve is when people sprint warm up.
Okay, Jordan had a great one about being annoyed with people are sprinting warm up, and I was kind of guilty of that. Not that I sprinted, it's just I knew we were gonna have a hard practice, so I really tried to get into the groove early, and if I didn't find that groove early, it was like, I don't know if it was gonna come or not, so I was kind of that annoying person. Sorry. Now, if somebody's sprinting and then they can't make the rest of the practice, like they put it all out in warm up and then they can't perform in the actual set, then that's a problem. I guess the best advice for people like me, who are a little annoying with that, is just, you know, let them do their thing, let them go first, and hopefully they'll, you know, there's some rhyme or reason to why they're doing it. But don't let it bother you. I just do your own thing. And, you know, that goes along with people who, not only people who, you know, who go fast when they really aren't necessarily supposed to be, but this is probably along the same vein of that as when you're doing drills and someone's not doing the drill right, and then they're right up your feet, or you're doing a pull set and they're clearly kicking the entire time. that could really get underneath your skin. I know it used to do that for me, and then I was like, just go ahead of me. I'm trying to do my own thing, and if you want to kick the whole pole set, and feel free, but I'm not gonna be able to keep up with you. You're gonna have to go in front of me. So just do your own thing. Don't worry about the people around you. But it is fun to watch people die later if they go really hard in the first set and they really weren't supposed to. So that's something to look forward to.
My biggest pet peeve is when people don't let others pass.
And Grace, you had a great one too about not being allowed to go in front of somebody. I don't get that, but there are some people that are a little peculiar about letting you go, especially if you're on someone's feet. And like, just let me go around you. Give me a chance to lead the lane. And if I can't, I'll go back and go behind you. But don't refuse to let me go when I'm right up your tail and I'm leaving 5 seconds behind you. And a lot of times that's because they've got a little ego, right? They just can't see not going first, which is ridiculous. So I would definitely like approach them and just say, hey, listen, let me have a shot at going first. Clearly I'm touching your feet, I'm catching you. Let me try it. And if for some reason, you know, I can't hang, then I'll go behind you. But I can't go behind you the whole time, and it's not good for me to be dragging off of you inadvertently because you won't let me go. So it's time to have a little chit chat with the person who won't let you go. It doesn't need to be nasty or anything. Like, I mean, you could be rude about it, but don't. Just say, hey, listen, just give me a shot. Let me go ahead of you. Let me try it. And then if they, you know, if they're not open to it, then it's time to either switch lanes or talk to the coach about it. But I always thought that was so weird. I'm like, I'm touching your feet. Just let me go. Okay, one of mine that I remember from being an age grouper is, first of all, being in a main set where everybody's getting just totally killed, and then you get out to go to the bathroom and you come back and jump in front of me, or anybody for that matter. That's not right. That's like very bad etiquette to get out during a main set. First of all, like, you must have like a huge stomach ache, and that's understandable. Like, if you come back and you're like, oh my God, that was awful, I feel terrible, then you're not gonna jump in and go first. So I would, if you do have to get out during a main set because you've got a stomach ache, then don't jump in and hop in front of somebody that's been swimming the entire time. I would ask, and just be, you know, nice about it. Like, where do you want me to go? I don't feel great, but I'll go wherever you guys want me to, instead of just jumping in front of somebody that's been going the whole time. This one's really not for the older kids, because if you do this, it's like, shame on you. You shouldn't be doing that. But younger kids for sure, like, who get tired or they don't know what they're doing, they stop during a set. Don't jump in front of somebody else when you've been sitting there for 100, taking a breather. No. And that won't do anything for you when you move up to a more advanced group. Like, there's no taking a break and relaxing while everybody else is dying. No. All right, so thanks for watching tonight. Hopefully that helped air some grievances about, you know, the pet peeves of swimming etiquette and practice etiquette. There's all sorts of etiquette for swim meets too, which is actually fun, and I'll talk about that in another video. But I want to say thank you to Mary Gray, Jordan, Grace, and Kate for helping me with the input with what their pet peeves were. I really appreciate that, and it's always fun to get kids engaged with the contents, because I love for you guys to give me more ideas of what's bothering you now or what you need help with. We're definitely going to do something on nutrition, since some of the kids I spoke to this morning hadn't even had breakfast. You can't do that. You can't perform without eating and then having something right afterwards. That's a gap too. So we're gonna do a video on that also. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click like, and of course ring the bell, and you'll be notified of my next video. But thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the next time.